Hello Year 2, welcome to HASS for Week 4. Let's have a look at what you need to go and grab. So you'll need sheet 9, sheet 10, your scrapbook, a glue stick, pencil and an eraser. So go and grab those things and come back. So a reminder that you're using your whole body listening when you are doing your learning from home. So eyes are looking at the screen, ears are listening and keeping our body still. Okay, so today you're learning about the unique connection that Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples have with their environment. And you're going to understand how to suggest actions that need to be taken to care for a place of significance. So, let's have a look here. So we've got the Aboriginal flag here and the Torres Strait Islander flag. So you've probably seen those flags before. The Aboriginal peoples use the term country to describe their special place, while Torres Strait Islander peoples use the term place. So we've got country, place. So Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples hold very strong connections to country and place, including family, ideas and beliefs, and treasured belongings passed down from the past. They must care for country and place and respect it. Okay, so let's have a look at some pictures here. So you would have seen this rock. We had a look at it in our last lesson. So there's Uluru. So Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples have a special relationship with and connection to country and place. So the term country is used by Aboriginal peoples and the term place, like we said before, is used by Torres Strait Islander peoples. And it describes where their family or their mob comes from and their connection with particular parts of Australia. So these connections to country and place can include family, so they're connected to their country and place by their family, such as their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents. Features of the place, so they're connected to the features such as the landscape, so streams, mountains, beaches, plants and animals. And they're also connected by their spiritual beliefs and their histories. Alright, so we've been talking about resources in science, so we learned about water, air, soil, they're the resources that we have on Earth. And here we've got Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples use plants, animals and other natural materials from the Australian environment for food, for shelter, for clothing and for medicines. So they are found in their country and place. Okay, so these things are important. So Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples have a special relationship with their country and their place, and it's very important to them. So they must care for their country and place and respect it. So same as what you would do in your local area, you would care for it and respect it. Okay, so some questions. So how does family connect Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples to country and place? So remember from that slide, what did we talk about? Here's some pictures here to prompt you. Have a little think. Okay, so they're connected by their parents, grandparents and great-grandparents. What features of the landscape connect Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islanders people to country and place? So what are some landscape features that we just looked at? So one started with the sound, one started with the sound. Do you remember what they were? So we had streams, mountains, plants, animals. Okay, so on sheet 9, you've got some different pictures here. So they're showing natural resources. So natural resource is something that nature provides and that we can use as humans. So Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples have used these for thousands of years. So they are considered to be very special. And Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have a special connection to these places. So they think it is very important to look after these special places. So let's have a look at the natural resources that they might be using. So kangaroos. So kangaroos were hunted for their meat and skins. So that still happens. You can still buy a lot of kangaroo products. Fish were cooked in a sand pit. That sounds delicious. Cycad nuts were eaten or pounded into a powder to make a type of bread, but only after the poison in them had been boiled away. You wouldn't want to eat poisonous things. Australian native honeybees produced wax and honey. And mud crabs, caught and eaten by coastal people. Very tasty. And grasses were used for making baskets. I'm sure you've seen grass woven baskets before too. Okay, so how do natural resources connect Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples to a place? How are they connected? What do they do with the resources? Do they burn them and throw them away? No. What do they do with them? Do they send them in a rocket to space? No. What do they do? So they are either eaten or used by the people who live in that place. Okay, so on sheet 10, you're going to do some action suggestions. So you're going to think about a place that you have a special connection with. So similar to what we've been looking at, but thinking about something that's important to you in your local area. So we did this in year 1. Remember, we went around and had a look at our local areas, and we would have looked at the oval and made some suggestions about how we could make it better. Some people said things like putting a pool down there or a water park. There's some crazy suggestions. So this is what you're going to be doing just for something around your local area. So it might be a local park, or it might be something at Mount Cootha. So a place I have a special connection with is, so you're going to name it here. So on the next page, I've done some little examples. So you might say it's a park, a beach, or a mountain. So something that you like to go, maybe with your family, and it means something special to you. So then you're going to say where it's located. So you're going to maybe tell me which suburb it's in, or what the road is, where it is located, and how do you use the place. So I use this place to, maybe you ride your bike there, maybe you have a picnic with your family, maybe you exercise there. So thinking about that. This place is important to me because maybe you like going there. Maybe you go there with your family and it means something special to you. So you have a little think about why it's important to you. And then some actions others, so not you, others could take to protect or improve this place. What would they include? So protecting something, we'd be conserving it. We'd want to make sure it's going to be there for future generations. How could you look after a place? So you might also want to just put in things that would make it better for using it. So you might say more picnic tables, or you might say a barbecue or a bike path. So up to you. You can choose either protecting or improving. And then an action that you can take to protect or improve this place could be. So what would you do? So obviously you can't go down there and just knock up a picnic table. What would you do? Would you help to make sure it's clean and safe for other people? So maybe you could pick up rubbish, or you'd clean up after yourself. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of it today. So nice and short. So just filling out that sheet and then gluing it into your exercise book. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.